guys, it's Margaret here from WOWCoach. We are here for another round of answering questions, and this week's theme, is trust. I got some great questions sent in, so let's dive into three of the questions that really stood out to me and three that I feel comfortable with really talking about today. Okay, so this first question, can trust really exist without transparency? The short answer is no. Trust is one of those things that needs something to hold on to, and transparency tends to be the thing that it does hold on to. You don't have to overshare. You don't have to be telling everybody everything that's going on, but it's just having that clear and consistent and honest conversations and what your intentions are. That's what helps build that transparency, and that's what helps build that trust. And when people can see that, then you know that they're going to trust that they know exactly where you're going. But thank you for your question, and I hope that answers it. Okay, so this is a really good question, and having worked with lots of new teams before, and lots of times where there are people who are really learning their skill set, it's gonna come down to just those really small things that you do, right? And that's things like doing what you say you're gonna do. So if you say, hey guys, today I'm going to do XYZ, then actually following that through. Making that time, like showing that team meetings are important, showing that everybody being there for a team lunch or an activity, that it's important, and actually showing up to those and not just fobbing them off, like following through. Making sure that you're being curious. Don't be critical just because you have a difference of opinion. Take time to find out what that actually means and what they're trying to say. And these, over time, as you start to do these things, you'll start to see that these small actions actually help people try to build that alignment, and then you get some rhythm and you get a bit of flow, and that's when trust is really starting to form. So yeah, even when everybody's still learning their own rhythm in the team, if you're doing those small little things and building that trust, it's not just something that comes naturally, you actually have to work at it. You'll find that it'll just become easier. Thank you for your question, and I hope that this has answered it sufficiently. Okay, so this is a really great question, and this is something that I, have seen so many times in my career with leaders who I work with when, they're trying to go from that micromanagement to being in all the detail and knowing everything that's going on at all times, right? For them, it's not about having to be part of everything that's going on. It comes down to them giving that clarity, right? Like making sure that you are clear in your expectations and then sitting back, sorry. So what I mean by that is, if you're wanting your team to figure out how to get from point A to point B, then be really clear on what you want to happen at point B, and then just trust that they're actually going to get there. It doesn't mean that you're letting go of certain standards that you hold for your team. It just means that you are actually letting them figure it out for themselves. And when you're actually sharing that accountability, when you're actually not making it just about you and you driving them, but you actually saying, hey guys, I want to go on this journey with you, and I want you to come on this journey with me, and let's try and build something together. It means that you've moved from this control to actually building a partnership. And that is where, leadership sort of thrives, and where you kind of see that trust forming, and your team will thrive as well. So if you can do that, you'll still have that shared accountability. You won't lose it at all. So I hope that kind of answers that question. Thank you for that question. I know I probably waffled a little bit there. But really good question. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so that is the end of our answering questions. I've only got those 3 today that I kind of wanted to focus on. I did get a couple more, but as you would have seen yesterday, I took a step back because my body was telling me that I need to. So these are just 3 easy questions that I knew that I could talk to from my soul, that I knew that I could actually help you with. But this is part of me trusting myself, that I'll show up even when I'm not feeling my best, and when things are hard, because this is what I'm building for you guys. Trust is a big thing. It's a big topic this week that we've been talking through. So just remember that it's not something that gets built overnight. It's built every time we show up with honesty and consistency. So that is it for this week's questions. I will see you next week with a new theme and some new questions. But thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Margaret from WOWCoach. Discover your potential.